these guys in the Long Island Championship. Rob Haas, Jack Coan, Jason Intermesoli, some of the unbeaten Sayville Golden Flashes. We'll talk to them about records and their ranking system next. Stay with us.
You know what? You're going to the University of Wisconsin. You're playing in the Big Ten. You know what? You got to step up and play big. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Maybe that's unfair to put a pressure on him like that, but you know what? Too bad. Because you're playing in front of 110,000 people. You better be able to step up and make plays.
Some strong words from Sayville coach Rob Haas to star quarterback Jack Coan after our Sports Rush Game of the Week. And they join us now along with fellow Sayville senior Jason Intermesoli here in the Sports Rush studio. Fellas, thanks so much for the time.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll start with you. Why did you feel like you needed to fire up Jack in that game on Saturday?
I've been working with him since he's in 8th grade, and we spent a lot of time together, and I've never seen him make some of the mental mistakes he was making in the first half. And you know, I felt like, you know, our offense really runs through him, and if we didn't get him to snap out of it and start playing like, you know, we expect him to, especially in a big game, I felt like we could have been in for a long day. So, you know, I've never done that before where I've, you know, singled out a kid in front of the whole locker room, but I felt like if I couldn't jumpstart him or get him, you know, going on the right track, it could be a problem. And one thing I know about him is he doesn't like to be challenged, so it worked out for us, thankfully.
Now, Jack, how did you feel about it? Did it give you that extra motivation you needed to go out and have a big second half?
Absolutely. I knew going into the locker room I was definitely going to get sort of reamed out by Coach, and I deserved it. I didn't play well, but I definitely wanted to respond to him and show him how I face adversity and just try to help the team win.
Now, the offense obviously gets a lot of highlights, a lot of attention for this team, and well-deserved, but the defense has been a big part of your success this year. Jason, you're a part of that unit. What has made that unit so successful this year?
So we just have 11 guys that are just selfless. We have two mottos that we go by in our defense. It's do your job and be a pawn, and they both basically mean the same thing. Just do your job, and you might not be the hero, you might not make the tackle every time, but we rely on our teammates to, if we do this, they'll make the tackle, and that showed yesterday, especially in West Hampton with that offense, how everyone does their job and it works out.
Well, as for that offense, Jack, you hold all of these Long Island records. Your high school career coming to a close. You're going to be graduating early to head to Wisconsin a little bit early. Do you ever take a second as you're making this run, as you begin the playoff run here soon, to look back and appreciate everything you've accomplished at Sayville?
Absolutely. I always try to just stay in the moment and enjoy as much of high school and just playing with my brothers as much as I can. I've been playing with the same group of guys ever since I was a little kid, and that's just really been special to me and means a lot to me. So definitely going to miss them when I go.
So you guys were telling me before the show, you have this ranking system that you guys, especially in practice, that's real big with your team. Jason, can you tell us a little bit more about what that's about?
So me, Jack, Coach, and our other slot, Jake Kolar, we have this thing where we try to see who's the smartest player on the field or coach. And whenever someone makes a mental mistake in practice, we all snap around real quick and just lower them on the scale. So we're all looking for make each other better if anyone's making a mistake.
And Coach is included in this, right? Yeah. He gets knocked down a couple notches.
He's the lowest.
He's always going down.
How do you feel when you get knocked down?
You know what? When your players are correcting you, then you know you're going in the right direction. So we have a lot of fun with it, but it's definitely competitive with me as well. We always want to be right, so it definitely keeps us thinking.
You guys as a team have won a lot of games the last couple of years. Actually, the last game you lost was the Long Island Championship. Jack, that was your sophomore year, 2 years ago now to Lawrence. As you're starting this run towards the playoffs, obviously a lot of good memories from last year, but Jack, I'll start with you. Do you kind of look back at that loss a couple of years ago and use that as motivation as well?
Oh, absolutely. It's something that will stick with me for the rest of my life. I always remember that moment and how bad it felt, and I never want to experience that again. And it just motivates me to work hard and become a better player, so I'll always remember it.
Coach, will you use that as motivation for this team? Or are you only focusing on, you know, the good things you guys did last year and, of course, an undefeated regular season so far?
I mean, I think you look forward to the next game, but there's no doubt the game that you lose, it haunts you, never goes away. And I think about that game. It's, you know, the wins are awesome and you love them, but for some reason, as you get older, the losses sting so much more than you enjoy the wins. But there's no doubt that it's motivation. But, you know, these guys are motivated by themselves. You know, we're just looking forward to our next opponent. We don't take anyone lightly.
A goal, of course, to win another Long Island Championship. Jason, what is it going to take from this team to get it done for a second year in a row?
Well, we just know we've been playing together since we were 8 or 9, and we know we don't have that many more opportunities to get out on that field and have fun together as brothers. So that motivates us every day in practice and during the games to keep rolling and keep winning.
All right, Jason Intermesoli, Jack Coan, Coach Rob Haas of the Sayville Golden Flashes. Thanks so much for the time. Good luck in the postseason.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be right back.